show you what I have lined up.
I'll bring it for you.
Okay.
I'll bring it to you.
Yes, I'm ready. We can go ahead and get started.
Let's see, roll call. Who we missing?
We are missing Lindsay, Larry, Missy.
We'll go ahead and get started. Have any guests today? No?
No, get Jackie, Miss Granberry, Vice Mayor Granberry's here.
Okay. All right. Off the minutes. You have a copy of the minutes from the last meeting. We were emailed those as well. Was there anything that was incorrect that needs to be fixed, or do we have a motion to accept?
I'll make a motion to accept.
I second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Right, reports from committees, we have none. Unfinished business, new board member.
Not really unfinished because it's finished at this point because our new board member is Alicia Busby. We all voted unanimously for her, so let's welcome Alicia.
Yay!
It should be a valuable asset to our team here.
I'll do my best.
I know you will.
All right. Splash pad update.
Splash pad update, I think I told y'all last time the components are actually here. I ordered the components. I got what was readily available. Because even though I have till March, if it's not readily available, it's 6 to 8, 9, 12 months, maybe, if you're lucky. So I took what was readily available that was the most bang for our buck, because we had donations from a few people. Actually, it was all over with Rotary, the Benefit Ball, the CDC. If I'm not mistaken, there was some money in the Thunder Over Murray account that was earmarked for Parks and Rec that got to be utilized. So I got what I could get, which was a volcano-looking thing.
Cool.
It's called Adventure, Water Adventures. A big helo ball, a huge ball that spins and water sprays out of it, and a bamboo ring. Well, why they call it a bamboo ring, it's made out of stainless steel, but it's just round and it just has a water mist out of it. It's just a feature.
Yeah.
But that's what I can get, and the colors are blue and orange, kind of color coordinated together. And the intent is to paint the splash pad itself an aqua blue color, and we'll do that as it gets closer to May. We started painting the building Monday. It's cold, but you can paint down to 27 degrees, and it's got some little heaters in there that were for the bathroom. We have those on. Doesn't do very much, but we have got the girls' bathroom painted and the boys' bathroom almost painted. And I pick up the rest of the paint we need to borrow, and we'll spray the outside of it. So moving right along. I got to hook up the equipment, but Brent Cockrell, I don't know if y'all all know Brent or not. He is a firefighter. He is now working part-time with me on his days off.
Nice.
And Brent is very capable, very handy. And Roddy and I will start the plumbing, the components or the pumps and filters and stuff next week.
Nice.
So
Nice.
we're moving along. We're going to be finished with it way before our May deadline. Won't be able to run any water through it because of the temperature. But as soon as we can, in March, we'll be testing it out, getting ready,
Yeah.
buying chemicals, and have our grand opening in May without a doubt, guys.
Awesome.
All right.
Good. All right. Juneteenth.
I know we all discussed the reoccurring events that we're going to have. Well, Juneteenth will be a reoccurring event now. It's a federal holiday, and we were pretty specific about a lot of things. Last time the January snowed in, we picked a date for that. We picked a date for the Daddy-Daughter Dance in February. It's historically always around the same time. We also picked hard dates for the Mother-Son Dance in March. Arts and Crafts also in March. Easter, we have hard dates for that because it's always the same. It's Easter, May, we picked some hard dates for that. And Juneteenth, we discussed some things, but we never really got to a solid game plan yet. And I know we still have time. I just don't want to let it fall off our plate of thought, guys. I know there's
One thing that
the committee that we're putting together, the Clark committee that we're putting together is that we was thinking about, you know, instead of charging for the Clark reunion, we're gonna ask for donations towards the park.
Mhm.
The only thing that we're worried about is COVID.
Mhm.
That's our biggest thing.
COVID is an ongoing concern.
Right.
So,
If COVID wasn't in the way, then, you know, we feel like we'd have a good turnout, it would be a good money raise, and we could bring in the dollars. So we're having another meeting next weekend in, I talked to my baby doll over here, and I'll let you know something from there.
Okay. Well, I think we still have time, guys. You know, I just don't want to let it fall off our radar.
Yeah, but see, most Clark people live out of
Mm-hmm.
town, and, that's one thing that, you know, and if, y'all know that, you know, one of the speakers that we worked on having turned 95 yesterday, Miss Ruth Hall. She is the only Clark teacher that is still living
Awesome.
in this area. I think we got one more that's, in, Nashville that retired from, TSU. But,
She's seen some things in her lifetime.
yeah, she has a lot of history.
Yes, she does.
Yeah.
She writes poems and stuff too.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah, she had books over there. But books,
fantastic.
She had books at the museum too.
That's a great storyline, guys.
So, yeah, so
So she would be somebody good.
that's who we're gonna, that's who we want to have as the keynote speaker.
That's fantastic, Jackie.
Blessing her. But like I said, we want to charge a fee, because, you know, and you know, I'm gonna sit out of my pocket, I don't have to do that. But we figured if we can make it a fundraiser, if we ask for donations, we can want people to give more than what we charge
Yeah.
to have it.
Yeah.
So, and then I'm going to talk to Milton about trying to help them with
Yeah.
Good. Good plans. Good plans and action. And
Did you get all that, Mama?
like I say, guys, I know we still have time, and I know COVID's going to rear. They say it's supposed to peak sometime soon, the
Right.
Omicron variant, and there's a lot of mixed emotions about it. I know people have different opinions, but supposedly that if everybody gets the Omicron, which they think that everybody will, that this will turn into an endemic, which pretty much means we have to live with it for the rest of our lives,
Right.
like the flu. It's just going to be
Right.
something.
Well, yeah, and that's what they're saying. that
Yeah.
we're gonna still have to-
And I think by June, I think it'll be enough of that decided, Jackie, that we'll be able to know better how to proceed, but we don't need to let
No,
the events
it's stop, yeah.
fall off our radar.
No,
Things,
because we actually want to get cards, we're reminder cards,
Mhm.
save day cards out to the people
absolutely.
in Clark by the end of this month.
Yes.
Because people also plan their vacation.
Right.
Absolutely.
In the holidays.
Mhm.
So, you know, like I said, we're gonna talk about it again, and I want to run it past you to see what y'all thought about it.
I think it's wonderful.
I like that idea, but I think the park and recreation itself gotta come up with some ideas that we can't charge them, you know, to come
Right,
and.
right.
Well,
So we're gonna have to do some stuff like whether we have
I'm hoping that for our big celebration day that we planned on, I think if I'm not mistaken, we
We
had
could
picked
have-
the Saturday, like before the national
So
holiday,
that's the 11th, I think.
I think was.
Yeah.
And I'd like to have a water slide. if
yeah,
like
maybe we could have a
out
little
there.
cookout, maybe we get some stuff donated or.
Bring the
Yeah, we
cornhole
talked about
stuff.
having the food trucks up there.
Food trucks, yeah, I'd like to have that kind of event, and during that time frame, make our recognitions, plan some things that would occur throughout the day, that it's an all-day event.
Yeah.
You know? The water slide will be busy all day regardless,
Yeah.
okay? But throughout the day, if we have other events, the food trucks will be lucrative.
And we were talking about honoring all them people too.
Absolutely,
The ones that's living in have this,
Mhm.
we figured that was gonna bring family members.
absolutely.
Including with Andre.
So
So although we're gonna do Andre over
on March
there.
19th, we're doing
Right.
that. Mhm.
So I mean, still, we will,
But still, he can be recognized more than
we want
once.
to bring it
He did a lot of
We
stuff.
want to bring all that in that week too.
I agree. So once again, let's just keep it on our radar, guys, and don't let the events. I will continue to push for the things I was going to do. Regardless, we're going to have an event. It's going to, whether it's COVID, we're still going to do some wet and wild events, and I'm going to try to incorporate it in the Juneteenth.
Yeah,
process.
yeah.
You know,
It'd be good, cause I know Columbia does,
Mm-hmm.
little stuff for Juneteenth. I would like to see Mount Pleasant do
We're gonna
one
do
too.
some.
Yeah, we're still in Columbus Parade on this.
We going to.
So we can, you
Parade
know,
is gonna be up there that Saturday, so we get the motorcycle boys on Sunday.
That's right.
I tried Saturday, but Columbia already got them booked, so we're gonna get them on Sunday.
Okay.
Nice.
All right, new business. Opening expiring Parks Board seats.
Okay, well, Cedric, thank you. I'll go ahead and start with you. Cedric, spots, occasionally spots or terms are up, and you either have to agree to run again or serve again. And if you're ever planning on not serving again when your term is up, I will simply ask that you help me find somebody else, okay? Somebody that would fill that spot well.
As good as you.
Well, Cedric is a great person to have on our party because he's associated with Dixie Youth.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It works out really good for me, so.
So Cedric, you staying with us?
He is.
Yes.
But one of the missing members that we have, Lindsay Howe, has officially resigned. She spoke to me of that the other day at our last meeting, and felt a little guilty about resigning because she's been here for 6 years, guys, and she's done a great job. But it seems like her timing is a little off, and she just feels like she's not filling the position in the fashion which she's comfortable with anymore. And I get that. And I have a recommendation to fill her spot. Donna Stevenson. I don't know if y'all know her or not. She works
I do. Yes, you do. She runs around front all the time.
too much stuff over here, little short redhead.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, so
On a bicycle, that little mo. Yeah,
I know
yeah.
exactly.
She's
Okay.
really good. She's
She
awesome.
didn't have any kids at home. Got a lot of time to dedicate towards volunteering and wants to, which
Yeah.
is great in my eyes because she wants to be a part.
Yeah.
So I will recommend that we vote to have Donna Stevenson take Lindsay's open spot. If that's okay with everybody else, I'd like to have a vote with the 4 that we have here.
Okay,
I
so
motion for Donna Stevenson to take Lindsay Howe's spot.
I'll second that motion.
all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Great.
Let that record reflect that it was a unanimous decision to have Donna Stevenson take Lindsay Howe's
So
position.
you just got voted in. She worries me about this position.
You can go ahead and I'll
Okay.
write this out.
So, Snowed In Movies is the next thing up. Of course, I know we discussed that. We had hard picked it. Well, since we hard picked it, we have started advertising for it. That's what you see in front of you is the flyer that went out on Facebook, and I'm gonna post some around town starting tomorrow. I'm gonna run around and put some in the banks and other places where people can walk in. Take a couple to the school, let them put them on the way in and out. I'm not gonna print 900. It's kind of expensive, and I don't know that they actually do any good all the time. Sometimes they don't even make it home, I'm sure of it. So I'm going to do some Facebook Live posts like I do for other events. Don't miss it. You don't want to miss it. Come out, be a part kind of thing. I am providing hot cocoa and cookies for the movie because it's cold. I thought it went hand in hand with the cold, but there's a few people who are pretty insistent that I do popcorn as well because it's movies. And Lou Emma is going to help me out with popcorn. So we're going to do both. Lou Emma's volunteered to come in and help me on that day. It is the 22nd. Tina and I will be there. I don't know what to expect right now, because this is going to be every January I'm going to do this, guys. The third or so weekend in January, I'm always going to have a Snowed In event at the center. So people can start looking forward to it like they do the daddy-daughter dance. So they can grow in the size at which we might even have a double feature eventually because we have enough people that really want to come and see it. I'm going to start off by playing cartoons while people start arriving. I got some discs with just random cartoons on them. Just have cartoons playing. And then after everybody gets situated and 6 o'clock shows up, I'm going to start Happy Feet. Hopefully everybody have a cup of cocoa and some cookies and a bag of popcorn, and we'll show our main event, and then we'll go home. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.
I don't know where you're going, but
I'm going to ask you to go back and spell Stevenson. Is it PH or V?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
So, but if you'd like to attend, I think I have enough, really. But tell people, guys, tell your church groups, tell everybody, it's a good movie. If you don't know much about it, it's funny. It's got good music to it. It's very kid oriented, but adults will enjoy it as well. Bring a chair, bring a sleeping bag, bring a blanket, bring whatever you want. Crash out on the floor at the community center. Free cocoa, free cookies. Tell everybody I'd like to, have the same kind of event that we usually have. I just don't know because it's not a reoccurring event how many people will actually show up.
right.
I know when we were doing movies in the square, it was kind of hit or miss, but it was hot outside.
Yeah.
It's going to be cold outside in January, but it's going to be nice and warm in the center. The heater works well now. Okay, so it'll be nice and warm in the center. So tell everybody tell folks to come out and check it out. Like I said, I'm going to be doing some Facebook Live posts, and I'm going to put these flyers out around town tomorrow. And we've already posted it on Facebook. We'll send out a city text, I'm sure of it. But tell everybody you know.
Willie, do we have a ball game that day?
Ooh, when is it?
The 22nd.
Is that the Spring Hill game?
Think so and Saturday, yep.
It's at 6 p.m. I mean, if you can't make it, I understand. That's what I'm saying. I think I got enough volunteers. Lou Emma helping me with popcorn, and me and Tina working the event. I think it's sufficient, guys. Because hopefully it's not a babysitting event.
Right.
I'm hoping that it's not a babysitting event, and I'm going to speculate, that it's not a babysitting event when people bring their children, it's like my first and third Wednesdays, which is next, so we'll segue into that if y'all don't mind. First and third Wednesdays is also not a babysitting event. It's a family fun night, for mom and dad to bring their kids. And your kids can play separately from you. There's going to be multiple things to do. Mom and dad can play shuffleboard while the kids shoot basketball or ping pong or pool.
I'm bringing all mine and dropping it.
Well, and I'm okay with some of your, if they're over a certain age, I'm okay with it. It's like,
All of her not above age.
huh? Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. All yours not above age, really. Dakota's welcome to come by himself, okay?
That's the one I drop off.
You dropped Dakota off. I hadn't seen Dakota all year. I missed Dakota. Okay, so tell Dakota
Keep me in
come on.
trouble. I don't win my mind sight.
So Wednesdays nights from 5 to 8 p.m. starting February the 2nd. And that's the first Wednesday of the month. And the third Wednesday, because this is the second Wednesday, so I can't be everywhere at the same time. So first and third Wednesdays right now, see how it works. Tell your youth church groups. I don't know what y'all have to do at your youth groups, but I'm sure it's not as much as I had to do there. Come and take advantage of what our city has to offer. Wednesday nights, I have that building open. There's shuffleboard, there's
So what
ping
time-
pong.
what time?
From 5 to 8, it's free play. Both sides will be open. Shuffleboard.
What the first and
First and third Wednesdays. Okay? And I know it's church night on Wednesdays, and that was one of the
doesn't
conflicts
mean
I was
we're not
kind of
gonna see
having.
this stuff.
With it's church night, that's what I'm telling you. If you want to spread the word, spread it. Just do it here. Come on. Let's get together and take advantage of all the stuff that we have.
Yes.
So I have the pickleball set up. I have cornhole set up. I have shuffleboard, ping pong, pool, not Foursquare, Connect Four, Jenga. I'll have the cartoons on the TV playing in case kids just want to sit around and look at TV. Do plenty to do.
I will have to have one spread out around these kids to come.
No,
Okay.
don't have to have any permits. Only, let's just say, just so as long as they're, I don't want kids under 12 accompanied
Without an adult.
without an adult. If you're over 12 and you want to bring your teenagers, want to come hang out for a couple hours, that's fine. But I'll treat them the same way I treat them when they're at the teen center.
Right.
I mean, there's not going to be a free for all. I promise you.
Right.
It's going to be free play. I'm going to have the basketball set up on 15-minute games so that people can play 15 minutes at a time, and then the next people get it to play. So it's not a monopoly of the basketball court.
Right.
Taking the portable goals outside, we're just going to use the two so that I have pickleball, basketball, cornhole in that room, the other games the other side, the loose board type games in the lobby. And
Do
Tina
you
and
need
I'll,
different games?
I got quite a few because my kids don't play them anymore. So I got quite a few, and so I'm going to try to limit it to different ones to see what worked first. I got a giant Connect Four. It was at the barbecue fest. Y'all remember that?
Mm-hmm.
It's a huge hit. Okay. I have giant Jenga. The blocks are yay big. And you
Yeah,
go
we
just
like, we got them.
Yeah. Yeah, so that'll be fun. We can play that in the lobby. I'm gonna put that stuff up in the lobby, and I'll have somebody, sitting around the lobby watching what's happening in there because I have a lot of breakable stuff in there, my trophy cabinet stuff, and then I'll be walking back and forth from east to west to kind of orchestrate what's happening there and make sure that everybody gets a chance to play if I have that many people. Once again, I want it to be a relevant event because it's from 5 to 8. If I ain't got to be there, I'd just soon be home. But if people want to come and enjoy what we have, I want to make it available. So.
Okay. All right, daddy-daughter dance.
The daddy-daughter dance, like I said, it's hard picked already. It's February 19th. Missy's not here, so
Do we have supplies, or are we going to need?
I have Donna Moranci has offered to give me a bunch of Valentine stuff that was from what she said. It was,
What she actually planned to do, what we're gonna do is go get all the Dollar Trees and stuff right after Valentine's Day.
yeah,
Because they mark everything to 75%.
yeah. Don,
Instead of dollars for.
Donna Moranci had something from a previous
Yeah, that's what she
event
was saying.
that was a big benefit ball type event that had a whole lot of Valentine stuff that she boxed up and was about to throw away.
Well, my question is for like cups, plates,
I
napkins.
have cups, I have plates,
Okay,
still, if I needed anything, it would be plates and napkins.
okay.
I know Missy wants to have a theme always, so the hodgepodge tablecloths don't work for her. So we will need pink, red, and white tablecloths. Hodgepodge.
We had a bunch donated that were just, but the boys, it works good for
It
them.
worked great for the boys.
Let's do Bella, let's do Heart.
Yeah, so, yeah, and we'll have the Valentine's decorations donated that I got already, plus the ones that I'm getting from Donna. So I got plenty of decorations, I think. So if I need anything, it'll be
Plates.
napkins and plates.
Okay,
Okay.
Yeah, make sure we post out, because, you know, they haven't went at the Memorial Building the same day, and they're charging $30 to $35. Make
Yeah.
sure we post out.
Well, ours is daddy-daughter dance. And every year, daddy-daughter dance historically has been more than I can handle as it is. If we need any, I mean, there's a bunch to show up to the daddy-daughter dance. I'm talking probably 100.
Yeah, there's usually a lot at,
100 or
at that
better.
one.
I mean, so that's what I'm saying as far as reoccurring events. That's why I think it's really important that these annual events that I'm trying to make a launch, I'd like to quarterly
yeah.
have a post that goes out quarterly every January that says everything that's going to happen up until
Yeah.
March. And they're the same reoccurring events every year. People get used to them.
Yeah.
They look forward to them. Not to say I won't have other events on the other
These is
weekends,
gonna
but
be-
these things are going to
yeah.
happen every year. And that way the people can get used to it.
Yeah. and some of these girls go all out too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I know.
To the nine, baby.
They look gorgeous.
To the nine.
You taking your babies?
My child thinks she could do everything.
we're looking at getting a backdrop for the pictures. I looked at the backdrop frame to get it, but I can get a backdrop that has the green where you can put your own backdrop
Green screen.
digitally on there. Would we want that? Or we
That's the
rather,
person to ask.
I mean, we can do it. Usually I'm not the one. I just take the pictures and
know.
Lindsay did all the editing.
okay,
So
but I'm just wondering if that, I mean, it's only like $20 difference for
A green
no screen versus adding a green screen to it. So then we could
Add whatever
digitally
you
put
wanted on the screen.
whatever
I
on
think it-
there, and then we wouldn't have to be scraping to find a
and we could just
backdrop
use
every
it for
time.
both.
We could use it every time we need
You
pictures.
just have to
Yeah.
change whatever the theme
Digitally,
is.
you change the backdrop.
Oh, okay.
Program that goes along with that to allow you to change it.
I hadn't read that far because I thought I wanted to check before I read that far because
How do you do your pictures when you print them out?
Lindsay usually does the editing and the printing. I just take the pictures.
The last
she was
time that we did pictures for the last event, the pictures are on a thumb drive. The pictures go to, where did I send them to? Shutterfly or something like that. And they send us back the pictures. And I
And then we,
distribute them to the
like,
school.
we get the kids' names, numbers, and what school they go to, teacher, and all that, and then we send them to the school.
But I understand what you understand, because I have a program on my phone, because I play with my pictures and make birthday cards and stuff all the time. And it's a program where you can, like, if you want the hard background.
Yeah.
Or if they want a pink background, and you can visually put it in. and
Yeah,
then you
she
can-
said she didn't look that far to see if it had a program with it.
I'm going to, but I wasn't going to go that far if y'all
Send me
would
what
like
you
to.
got. Send me the link or whatever what you got, and I'll do some
Okay.
research on it too.
Okay.
So I know you're busy. as
Because that
well.
would be good.
That'll be so much
I mean, we
easier.
could use it for
Whatever the
everything,
event.
and we wouldn't have to worry about buying backdrops.
That's right.
Exactly.
You know,
So it's a one and
or
done.
even making backdrops.
It's a one and doneer. I mean, we could have one for every occasion.
Yeah, just hope and pray that nobody wears green.
Yeah.
That would be the
Yeah,
only
yeah,
thing.
Yeah,
You
that
have
would
like 3 options, like you can have this background, this
be,
background,
this
this
background,
background.
yeah, which background do you want?
They wanted to, if you want to take it that far.
I wouldn't. I'd just have one in the
Yeah.
background.
Like everybody gets the same one.
That's
It,
wrong.
I mean, that would all be up to whoever
Yeah,
does the
okay, just
editing.
like you said, they dress up and they go real out.
Mhm.
Now, if I got on a purple dress and you got pink, green, and all these different colors behind me, I might get a little upset. You know, girls are finicky, especially girls now.
I agree. But it's something definitely to look into as far as backdrop. Last year, Lima brought the backdrop for the mother-son dance, this last one that I had. And we didn't have a ton of people. I guess we probably had maybe 30 people for the mother-son dance.
But I forgot a part of it.
It was a great time though. The people that were there had a
When the
blast.
door's out.
And the backdrop, she left a piece of it. She brought me every piece but the middle piece that connected it all together. So it was getting kind of close to time, so I made shift a backdrop. I don't know if y'all saw any of it, but they were like I used the reindeer and sleigh that just Diane from the senior. But yeah, it was kind of and it worked out pretty good.
Yeah,
you know?
I liked it.
Yeah,
It
right
was-
there in Slade, you used up the whole
Yeah,
turkey.
it worked out pretty well. You know, I mean, enjoyed the event. It
But I
was
want to
good.
get us one so that I'm not having to transport that
I
back
don't
and
want,
forth
and that's
every
what
time.
that's what we're trying to get past. Is
Yeah,
we don't
I
have
think
to
it's a good idea,
rob this from
Lou.
the church
I am
Good
dragging
idea.
that thing.
and not having all the pieces when she gets there, and then
Well,
it's like,
and-
that was a waste of your trip.
What we have is one, and it's like 3 sections because we use it like for plays and things at church. So it's the length of this room, but I only tried to bring one section because we didn't need 40 foot of a backdrop. And I just picked up the wrong piece trying
Yes,
to
you did.
pick parts out and carry it down the stairs and then load it and get it over here. So
You know, I have some backdrops too. I need to look through those and see what they are.
but if I can get us the
Y'all can have them.
the poles and the, the backdrop, because it had that, and then one of them said, it would be like just a white backdrop is X amount of dollars, and then you could get the green screen for like $20 more. And I kind of perked up and thought, man, we would have to be decorating no backdrop.
Tell me
We
what you
could-
got. Let me do some research
right.
on the green screen, see how we would manipulate the green
Yeah,
screen, whether it
okay.
would be something that the $20 would be warranted or not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that would be good.
And once again, Missy's not here for the next one, the Mother-Son Dance, hard dated for March 19th. As far as supplies, we should have enough supplies left over for that dance from what we have from the Mother-Son Dance. So, and I should have enough hodgepodge tablecloths. That works well for the boys. We do
'Cause
glow
they like the
sticks,
glow sticks,
every
different
color.
colors.
Yeah, that works pretty good.
Dirt.
Arts and Craft Weekend is the same month. So one thing I can ask y'all, it's not till March. So the reason why I have it under new business, and I know we discuss these reoccurring events, is because every March I'm going to do Arts and Craft Weekend at the center. So Arts and Craft supplies, donated to me, please. I'm not opposed to anything like beads for making necklaces and bracelets. Great. That was someone mentioned it to me today, is could they bring that? They have a big bag of beads. That's great. That's a great idea.
Yeah.
They'll set up a little table and you'll go from one table to the next during this event. Because I'm only going to have enough seats so first you go to this table, then you go to this table, and then so you spend some time there. I have a guy that's going to do concrete handprints. The guy who did concrete for the splash pad, he's going to do concrete handprints. That's pretty cool, huh? And then you'll come back the next day and pick up your stuff. I have little canvases and some little easels. I'm going to set up a little still life and do like a little painting thing. So paint, brushes, beads, glue, glitter, just about any kind of arts or craft supply you can think of. I'll gladly take off anybody's hands if they'd like to get for me. I'll take them. So if y'all could be looking out for stuff like that, I'd be gratefully appreciated. For any kind of arts and craft supplies, don't let it. Popsicle sticks. We can make a popsicle stick table at one event, So every year I'll need supplies. I'll have a place to store them and keep them up for the next year. Okay, so be looking at that stuff for me. And the last thing is Easter. I have some questions about Easter, guys, because it's now a Parks and Rec event. It's no longer a chamber event.
Right.
And have a meeting tomorrow or Friday with some of the old chamber members and Kate, because chamber took sponsoring for donations, okay, really close to the time. And they funded the program and then took the sponsorships and donations and put it back into the kitty, okay? I don't necessarily have that luxury. I don't have the money sitting around for I can run out and buy a bunch of Easter stuff, okay? So I'm going to get my letters out in the next week or so, okay? And I'm going to start trying to get sponsorships and donations. I'm going to the same list of people who did it forever now and get these letters out to the schools and to everybody about sponsoring this event. Well, in the years past, whatever they didn't get in donations, well, they had already spent. The chamber just covered it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that that's a Parks and Rec expense, so it's been brought to my attention that maybe whatever we get is what party we throw, so, which means some years will be fantastic and other years may not, so I'm kind of torn right now how I feel about it, because in the past, every year there's been tons of stuff for everybody, because we had $1,700, $2,000 worth of Easter egg stuff out there, and that was all sponsors. And then we buy bicycles and other toys that we give for the golden egg prizes, which was sponsors and donations as well. And whatever they didn't get, the chamber just would cover, you know? Well, that could
Don't
like,
you, this is an idea, y'all, but I'm gonna say add my son to that list of people that might help us with that just clean detail and reliable. Put them down
I get
there.
a little thing.
But I'm just saying, won't you do it like, for the bronze, we ask you to donate this and we give a little board or something up there. Maybe Cedric Hollis, he's the gold, because he donated, you donate 500.
That's a
you
great
get the-
idea.
You see what I'm saying? Maybe we could do something like that.
And that's why I'm trying to take this information to my meeting with these people Friday to find out how we're actually going to make this work, guys, because I don't want to ever throw a bad.
Or you
name.
might want to say, if you want to give a donation, or do you want to sponsor a bicycle or a board bicycle for this
Or
age
both.
group, or both,
both.
right? You never know.
Sponsor a prize.
Sponsor, yeah, that's how you
You
can say.
have your prizes all turned in a couple
Yeah.
weeks ahead of time.
But it was kind of left.
They can go buy it, bring it to you.
James Crockett.
Chamber's dissolving. There's no longer going to have a chamber anymore.
Yeah.
So they asked me last year to take over the event because it's been a very successful event that I think is a good event to have.
It is.
It's a good event for us to have as a community. And I think our turn, it's very similar to Halloween to me, except it's a lot shorter time frame because it only lasts about 5 seconds. Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
they go.
A lot of work.
Surprise.
Yeah, it's about 5 seconds and it's over. Whereas Halloween lasts, hours trying to get everybody through the stuff.
So what if we come up with a kind of like a game plan of what kind of event we want to throw,
Mm-hmm.
and then
Push to get donations.
push to get
for that.
donations for that? Like,
Yeah.
how much it's going to cost to get this? How much it's going to cost to that, or whatever? And then have like, okay, we need, $500 for eggs or whatever, or for candy or whatever, and that way we kind of have an idea of what we can spend. That way we can.
And see, Valerie Henson, I don't know if y'all probably know Valerie,
Yeah.
she works at Heritage. She's been in charge the last couple of years, her and Denise Moore from the power company, of buying all the eggs and the candy. So they know what they've spent. They're going to be at the meeting Friday. I'm going to
Okay.
take that information and say, well, I know I need at least this,
Mhm.
To cover the
To get this part.
cover that part, and this is what we've spent in past years on bicycles, and of course, inflation is the thing too, guys. I mean,
Well,
just 'cause-
and this is just coming to mind. If for some reason we don't have like a ton of prizes,
Mhm.
then my suggestion is going to be to do away with the golden eggs, and then have, when all the kids show up, have them register, drop their names in. If we have 5 prizes,
There
we
you
pull
go.
5
Yeah.
names out.
Yeah. Good
We'll
idea.
give away 5
Yeah.
prizes. Everybody has an equal shot of getting it, and then you can hunt all the eggs you want.
I like
Take 'em
that
home and
idea,
eat
yeah.
them.
If we say we'll just get rid of the golden eggs all together,
I like
and
that
how many-
already.
Every prize you
Kids
have.
cry, I didn't find the golden egg.
Put their names in, and then you
I like
have,
that
have a
better.
big, event, and have their picture made, getting their prize, and that could be a
And you can start out
suggestion.
like with a smaller prize, like with a small, with a basket,
Yeah.
and then work up to a bicycle.
Yeah.
In the car.
And that be the grand prize.
Yeah, I mean,
Well,
we
and
have to
there's
do what
always
we have to
been
do.
prizes specific to the age group, guys.
Right.
There's broken up to
That's
3
what we're saying.
categories.
Start with this.
But you could put
yeah,
their
that's
name,
what
you
you're
could
saying.
have 3 bowls,
Yeah.
and have like,
What's your age? You got
you know,
That's right.
a day old to 3, and then
Mm-hmm.
4 to 8, and then 9 and up.
Yeah, that's how we
And
do
then
it.
at the end, if you're
cut
giving
them off at a
away,
certain age. I don't know remember what the
right,
age
because you,
is.
because, a
40.
2-day-old doesn't need a bicycle.
Well, that's true.
But you could, and we could at the end, let's say we have, we got a prize, we got some Chick-fil-A gift cards coming.
Well,
We could
get-
dump all the names in one pot, throw it out, and they get the gift card. I'll buy some and donate them.
Yeah.
I mean,
What?
I said I'd buy them and donate them.
Let me.
Hey, I bought all my staff that for Christmas, just so you know.
Now.
Throw it in.
2 bucks.
But I'm going to get our
Oh,
letter.
I gave back too, sir.
I'm getting our
Don't
letters
look
out
at me.
early. I'm not going to wait like the chamber did in years past to the March, start asking for money.
But we can always
I'm
look
asking
and
for it
see
now.
what we've got and still have a good event, even on a budget.
Yes, which I
These
insist,
sponsors.
just
Yeah.
like Halloween, that we have a good event.
Because I'm gonna tell you, it may be, but the way the store shelves are and transportation right now, there may not be any bicycles to
There might
buy
not
come
be.
Easter.
There might not be.
I mean, right now, you lucky if you find anything
That's
on
why
the store
also
shelf.
the chamber has truly started ordering their Easter stuff now, because that's what they said. We order our stuff now. Well, I don't have any money now. And they're like, well, let me fund it. Go ahead and do it, and then you raise the money and give it
Do
back
they
to
do
us.
like plastic eggs and that kind
Pre-filled
of stuff?
plastic eggs.
Okay,
Pre-filled
Do they-
plastic eggs is what they do. It has 2 pieces of candy in it. They're already pre-filled. They come from
well,
somewhere.
here's why I'm asking
Are
you
they
this.
already pre-filled?
They're already pre-filled.
Here's why I'm
That's
asking
what
you
I'm talking
this,
about.
because when Easter is over,
Uh-huh.
Luema goes shopping
Uh-huh.
for the next year.
Yeah.
And when it's 90% off and
Yeah.
you can get 24 eggs for 10 cents, I have
Yeah.
a ton
I got a bunch of those now.
plastic eggs.
And they're gonna
You
be-
can't even
and
stuff-
we can
have
fill
a
our
party
own-
and sit and stuff them.
We can fill up some of our own too,
Yeah.
guys. I mean, I'm not, and the senior
Right.
program is very eager and willing. They want to do
So they
stuff
can
with
stuff
me.
them maybe.
They would love to stuff eggs for us.
Okay.
That would
Really?
be cool.
And here's what you do when it's over. This is how you do when it's over. You let Luema buy you some extra little things, and you tell the kids, hey, if you'll empty your eggs and toss your plastic ones back in the bowl, Luema will
You
give
get
you
a
a
prize.
prize. You get all them plastic eggs back for the next year.
Well, that's something for us to think about, guys, because
Kind of put them on.
I done used some of the same
Hey,
eggs
that's-
for 20 years.
Good idea.
I mean, it's not a bad idea.
If you think about it, that's what you do like at your family.
1950,
That
they
is
popped
what
them up.
Like everybody.
You
brings
ain't got-
their
you weren't
eggs
even
with
born in
TV in it, and when you
1950,
get done,
good.
everybody puts them in a bag and sends them home with somebody else.
Uh-huh.
Destiny Church has it out there at Woodland Park.
Yeah.
That's what they do.
Yeah.
You know, you turn your, that's what you can give them they give them, Sonic.
Yeah, and
You give them.
ice cream coupons
Like,
from
yeah.
McDonald's. They'll turn some eggs into that.
Go get it. And I mean, we had more when they leave it. I think maybe when we started.
Uh-huh.
But then, yeah, I don't think these eggs.
That's a good idea, guys.
Yeah.
See,
And
that-
most
that-
parents don't want to have to deal with them.
But see, it's never been a Parks and Rec event. And did nobody else want to have to mess with all this?
Right.
Okay?
But I'm
I'm
telling
very
you,
budget-minded, guys.
Luema get them plastic eggs
Got it.
back.
Them on us back.
I want them
Yeah.
back.
Well, see, I think that's a good idea too.
Use them
because
again.
Why are we spending over and over again the same?
Luema
and
eggs.
eventually, we'll have more
Louis,
money
y'all
for
bring
prizes and
Louis
candy.
eggs back.
You can hand them a little bag of candy, they'll give you all them plastic eggs back.
Oh yeah.
Package bubble gum, something, they'll give you them eggs back. Quarter
Give
pack of
Louis
bubble
her
gum.
eggs back.
They do that. The kids at church, they're so funny. The kids that I have at the youth group, because we'll have the Easter egg hunt after church, and then that night they'll come back and hand me a bag, and they'll have all their plastic eggs. And we know you want these bags. You bring them back to me.
They already know. Many
already
years. They,
Yeah.
This is the list of sponsors from last year. It was the CDC, the Power System, Judge Lee Bailey, City of Mount Pleasant, McDonald's, TAP, Mount Pleasant Museum, Smelter, Henson Metals, Heritage Bank and Trust, Victory Supply, and Pizza Place. Those are my gold egg sponsors. So they had it set up kind of like that
Yeah.
already, okay? And that meant that
How
they
much
gave
did they collect?
$200 is what the gold sponsor is.
Okay.
And they collected from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 last year, 2021. And they had silver egg sponsors. And that was $100. And they had 1, 2, 4 of those. And they had bronze egg sponsors. And they had none of those. So they
Mike can
collected.
ask True Rail because they said people don't hardly ask them.
Yeah, I ask you real now
And
all
they
the
get
time.
our spots. And
$1,700 was the total donations. They spent $1,857.
that's,
So that wasn't too
that
bad.
wasn't too bad at all.
So I mean, that's just kind of giving you an idea,
Yeah.
but they just covered the difference. You know,
Right.
they'd already spent it well before the donations got here.
We go ahead and ask for
It was
them now.
it was expected of me now that I've taken it over. After I'm starting to gather that
No, we're gonna be asking now.
I'm gonna ask now, and I'm gonna spend what we collect.
Click. Yeah.
Okay,
That's it.
and that's the event that we're gonna have. Is
And
if
I'll
I
go
collect
ahead-
$1,700, we're having a $1,700
I'm gonna go ahead
event.
and
That's
start
it.
bringing you plastic eggs, because I need to get them out of the house.
Listen, she gonna get rid of her eggs.
We better get them, we better be collecting
Donna-
them back at the end.
Donna's giving me they feel, I don't know if you've noticed the marketplace is dissolving over here. Somebody's rented that building.
What's going in there?
I don't know. Okay, but the marketplace is not going to be there anymore. And there was a big shelf she had in there, one of those metal frame shelves that, you know what I'm talking about. She's giving that to me. And I'm going to clean out the closet where the tables and chairs are. There's some stuff in there that I'm never going to use. I don't know what to do with it. Some big speakers and big pieces of iron. I'm going to get rid of that. I'm going to put that shelf there in its place. And that's where I'm going to keep stuff like
Yeah.
plastic Easter eggs. And, you know,
Daddy daughter dance supply.
yes, because in the other closet is becoming very full of games and stuff that I have to lock up. Because if I don't lock them up, the people who use the building take advantage of the closet being unlocked. And the next thing you know, I don't have any basketballs. It's like, man, you must take my stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Of course, got a lot of good camera right now too, thanks to the police department, our IT department. Community center is wired up, guys. I got cameras everywhere. There's
That's
hardly,
good.
yes, ma'am. And I have a DVR of, I think, a short time. Haywood's trying to change that for me because sometimes I don't catch the damage till later on. You know, I mean, if it's obvious and apparent, I catch it right away. If not, I need to go back and review sometimes further than I have a DVR of. So trying to get a bigger storage,
Yeah.
which of course is money, you know, so, but hopefully I'd like to get a couple
Some
of
of that
weeks,
expensive though for the DVR.
couple of weeks worth of storage is what I'd like to have. And, you know, I got 2 cameras fixed to be shining on the splash pad over there too, you know, and that's another huge Mount Pleasant investment. We'll make sure we take great care of it and they don't have a lot of vandalism, you know. I'm going to stand for 0 vandalism out there, you know, just like I do at the
Please.
community center, 0. You know, I'm not going to let anybody, you know, not respect our property.
That's right.
Yeah. If y'all haven't been by the community center lately, y'all stop by and check it out. It's looking really good.
Yeah.
We've done a
Yeah, we do. Getting
lot of improvements to the
a
building.
4-year-old.
We're getting our handicap ADA signage up. We're looking at as a capital improvement project with ADA. I have to be ADA compliant, and our parking lot is not ADA compliant. I have to have it seal
Handicap
coated and
and stuff,
striped
yeah.
with a certain amount of handicap spaces. So community center is really shaping up, guys, and I want to take advantage of it, and I want our community to know what we have. There are some people who still don't know I have a teen program. There's some people that work here that didn't know I had a teen program. Her child starts there tomorrow. Okay, so yeah, just spread the word with me. You tell everybody you know. Come check out the community center in Mount Pleasant. There's a lot of stuff going there. I got a great senior program now. It's starting to get better and better. You know, so if you got somebody that's a senior that you know, come check it out. Diane James is doing a good job.
Jackie,
Very good job. Diane James.
I know Jackie Granberry. She could go start doing. She run too much. She can go and sit down and rest sometimes.
So listen, y'all know Miss Thelma.
And stuff to me.
I don't have time.
You need to slow down.
Y'all know Miss Francis?
I don't know, Spence.
Miss Francis walks the community
Yeah,
center
you know,
every
she got a
day. She
black
walks
car.
the lane
Yeah.
because she's walking like really fast. She fell out there the other day.
No.
She did. Broke her front teeth out. Broke her front
Oh
teeth
my
out.
goodness.
Oh, Lord.
And me and Diane are on her constantly about walking inside the building for where we keep an eye on you. You know what I
She
mean?
walks so fast around
She
it.
does walk fast and with a lean.
She can run around it. I was walking.
10 miles a day.
She remembers that's why I'm trying to make
And,
it
listen,
right.
and in between walking, she rides my spin bike.
Younger than her.
She takes a break from walking and comes and rides the spin bike. It's like, Francis, you make me look bad.
I need to keep up with friends. I need to wait.
You can keep.
I'm going to somehow.
Me too, Willie, me too.
I'm gonna,
Me and you gonna keep up with friends. We're gonna lose those two.
That's all I got,
I'm
guys.
gonna watch this.
All right, Nita.
That's all you gonna do.
A motion to adjourn,
I make a motion to
I
adjourn.
think of it.
and then we're all out of here.
Thank you, Alicia.